been asked to call at this farm. It's got a problem with a 16,000 litre milk tank. It's got water coming out of the insulation cavity when it's on the wash cycle. So, don't know what I'm going to find there. This is the tank that's leaking. That's the water dripping out. It's just finished the wash cycle. This is the wash pump that circulates the water. And that flexible hose there feeds the water up the pipe through the insulation, and then it goes to the spray balls, which are at the top. Just checking inside the tank, see if there's a split. This is where the wash water comes into the tank, feeds the spray ball. I've taken the spray ball off. Well, it's a spinner. And I'm going to plug the hole up and the split pin hole. And then I'll pressurise the pipework that feeds this the pipework comes through the insulation. This is the other one. I've got a rubber bung in the bottom. I'll tighten that nut up against it. That should tighten the bung into the tube. I've got a Jubilee clip around there to block the split pin hole up. Cut an opening through the outer cladding on the top of the tank, and that's where the leak is. It's on that well that forms the elbow. The crack goes underneath that pipe, so somehow I've got to replace a section there. I've done a temporary repair today. I welded from as far as I can get underneath up to that point, and the same on the other side. But I'll have to come back another day and try and do something else. Back on site again. I've made some bits up in my workshop to cover this cutout I've made. I've made a cover which screws on. I'm just welding in a stiffening support on the underside of this cutout so as I can drill and tap into it for the fixing screws. The tank's not empty yet, so I'm doing this work first because I can't do the pipe repair until the tank's empty. The milk tank's been empty now. The tank's on a wash cycle and the pipe is leaking just a little bit underneath the lowest point. So I'm going to have to cut the top half of this pipe off so that I can weld to the lowest point from inside, and then I shall weld the top half of the pipe back in place again. I've got the top of the pipe cut off, and before I weld the fracture, which is right in the bottom there somewhere, I've got to grind this oxidized weld penetration away. So I'll grind that off using a die grinder. Got the inside of the pipe cleaned up. Got all the original weld penetration ground off from around here. Now I need to find out exactly where the crack is. I'm going to use some floor tracing dye. I'll put some white dye on the inside and then some red penetrating dye on the outside. I've got the white dye sprayed on the inside. I'll just wait for that to dry off, and then I shall carefully put some red dye underneath on both sides, and that will run down underneath and work through any little crevice. And that's where the crack is. Got a little jig there to trap the argon in. Purge the pipe from the outside, so there's argon trapped underneath the pipe. Got that welded inside. Got the cap welded on, but everything seemed to go okay, so I'm just getting this cover ready to screw on the top. That's the job complete.